What's going on, everyone? It's Maximus Trades back with another video. Today I'll be going over how I lost $35. You can see on the paper account right here, $35 trading the Nasdaq and New York Open. So today I didn't trade Asia for a couple reasons because one, I didn't like price action. Two, I was like planning to go out with my friends at later at 7:30, and I already lost in the morning, so I was like kind of thinking not to. So going into the day on the higher time frames, we were overall bullish in every way, but I took a short, and I'll explain why that made sense to me. So we're both, as you can see, like market opens right around here. We are in this kind of chop here. We just made a higher high over here, so we're in an overall uptrend, basic stuff. And then on the 30 minute, you can see we're in this little bit of chop. Go to the 15, we're just chilling in this chop as well. And look like we're sweeping out these lows. So basically, right before market open, Trump tweeted like a half an hour before market open, and it was pretty like high impact, significant news, and that kind of gave me like I shouldn't have traded, but I still did because I just wanted to, and basically, shit. Basically, what I did, like obviously it wasn't all bad. Like I came to them, like I de-risked, so I only risked like a third of what I normally risk, so I risked like 33-ish bucks, which is why that's why I lost. So I didn't risk that much going into the day. But yeah, like I should have traded because Trump tweeted, and that's what kind of like messed me up. But anyway, let's hop on to the 5 minute and explain why I took this short. So basically, uh, right around here. So here's New York Open, right? So we are all time highs are where are all time highs? So all time highs are like New York Open was here. All time high. So this all time highs were all the way up here, right? Here, all time highs, right? And then we were trading about down here. So you can see a big discrepancy. Like, okay, look, we're not fully at all time highs yet. We still might want to go down. And then I looked at this and I was like, okay, look, right when market opened, we came up like 940 ish, right over here. Draw it out for you guys. We came up here. So market opens here, right? Then we kind of come down, chop a little, and then we take out this London highs. We take out this session high as well as these Asia highs over here, right? So we take out bear key levels to the upside, right? Which indicates bear structure. We had a liquidity sweep on the sell side of previous session highs. So it's like my kind of first thing, my first confidence. This is my New York model. If you guys haven't seen my watch my New York model videos, I strongly recommend you do this. As well as we kind of had like an SMT here because we didn't close above these highs on the S&P. Actually, no, sorry. There's no SMT here. As you can see, there was no SMT. That's what I meant. So we kind of closed above these highs on the S&P, and we did the same thing on the Nasdaq, right? So when I'm seeing this, okay, there's like a bunch of things going through my head. First thing is like, okay, yeah, we're kind of at all time highs, so it's really unconventional to take a short. Trump tweeted, so beware of bad price action, and we just swept a bunch of liquidity. So my thinking was, if we want to get all time highs, again, remember all time highs are all the way. Wait, yeah, sorry, wait, what am I doing? All time highs. So market open, all time highs are up here, right? These are all time highs. So I'm like, okay, look, if we want to get to these all time highs, like if market wants to do that, I thought to myself, we have to at least sweep out. So after we took out these highs, right? So after we came up on, we swept this liquidity here, right? On right after market open, 10 minutes into market open, I thought to myself, okay, if you want to continue pushing up to these all time highs over here, these all time highs over here, right? I kept thinking to myself, well, we have to take out at least these lows, maybe even London lows or Asia lows to grab that liquidity and then go back up to those highs. And that's kind of what we did there. So that was my thinking. Shit, that's what I think. Then that's kind of what we did here. So that was my thinking of why I wanted to go short, right? So, like I said before, there was no. Oh shit. Like I said before, there was no SMT at all. Oh, there's no SMT over here, right? There was just like a regular liquidity sweep on both indices. Regular liquidity sweep on both indexes. Sorry, I'm like super tired. So what I did, I had to wait for my 5 minute confirmation, which is either an SMT or an inversion. So luckily we had this inversion of a gap down here. This is a 5 minute gap. We inverted here. So inverted that 5 minute gap, and then I waited for my retrace. So my retrace is either a retrace into the bearish value gap, which we had over here. This is a bearish FEG as well. So we inversed that bullish FEG and made a bearish FEG with it. So we're in 1 minute. So okay, look. So right after that 5-minute candle closed, inversing that gap, I thought to myself, okay, look, we have uh we inverted this gap, and we have this bearish gap. So like right around here, I'm like, okay, but we inverted the gap, and I waited for the retest back into the bearish FEG as well as the inverted bullish FEG. So like that's double the retest. So literally, I entered right off this inverse and on this like the forms the like I didn't really wait for one proper 1 minute confirmation, but like it was kind of like a top tick kind of idea. So right when I entered, we kind of went down a little bit, almost got shut out, and we came pretty close to my take profit. And the reason I targeted this as my level, like, so the reason I targeted, where's my trade? Oh yeah, here. The reason why I targeted these lows and specifically these lows down here and not these Asia lows, London lows, because the Trump tweeted, so I didn't know like if price was gonna dump that much or stay choppy, and I felt like okay, look, I know we're at all time high, so it's not good to short, but even if we were to short, like I feel like this would be like the 100% guaranteed target, and I'm not too sure about these because price again could just go like one like this and like go back up, and that's kind of what it did here, so we were kind of right with our overall intention, but basically we got TP edged a bunch and price action was really choppy and they're getting stopped out. That's literally all that happened. Like I'm not even mad at this trade at all. I think it was a good trade because we had again the 5-minute inversion, we had the 5-minute liquidity sweep first of all of Asia and London highs, 5-minute inversion, 5-minute retrace, and the formation of bearish FEG, and we tested that one out. And we didn't really have 1 minute combo, but like as you can see here, like we basically did. I should have entered like here. I can't lie right as we inverse this gap. This 1 minute gap. I should have entered there, but I didn't really wait for that 1 minute confirmation. But it wouldn't have confluenced, but and confirmation, but it wouldn't have made a difference with my trade. So as you can see, we got pretty close. We got pretty close down here, right over here. My take profit was at this low over here, but yeah, unfortunately, didn't hit it, and we just stayed choppy, and we ended up going back up. Like this is just straight chop. This is just horrible chop price action, and I think that's part due to Trump's tweeting. So I low key blame Trump for this, and we ended up reversing and going to all time highs. So we were right that okay, like market was gonna dump a little. So I guess we kind of entered a little late as well because again, a model waits. We have to wait for that 5-minute confirmation as our SMT or inversion. We didn't get that. We didn't get that until here, right? So I guess we entered a little, you could say, late in terms of the broader move, but in terms of my model, and my model, like I've backed this in many times before on the channel, has a good winner, and everything like that. In terms of my model, we had to wait for the inversion, and we did, but we ended up entering too late, I guess, in the broader scheme of things. But we still had a good entry, and we came pretty close to TP. So I'm not mad about this trade. We de-risk, which is good, kind of good sense of market awareness. And the question I have to ask myself is, was it worth trading today at all? Like, I mean, even take out profit and loss, Trump tweeting, I don't think so. We shouldn't have traded. Uh, but still, the price action wasn't too bad. Like, we could have taken longs up here. But again, there was no key level being swept down here, so I didn't really motivate me for longs. But yeah. I haven't won in 2 days, including this day. So I lost today and went break even yesterday. So hopefully we can get back to track. No Asia session tomorrow because it's Friday. We can just hit a New York trade at 9:30. So fingers crossed that works. But yeah, not mad at this trade. It's a loss. Happens time to time, but it's not normal for us. So yeah. So that's enough for today. And yeah, and that's Maximus Trades out.